Everyone, and welcome to the grand finals of the 2022 Lockett League. I am aware it's 2023 now, but sometimes these things drag on. I'm Bradley. I'm going to be your host for tonight, bringing you this epic Rocket League action, and I'm joined by none other than Peter. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. I'm excited for this final.
Yeah, and I'm excited for how scuffed the stream is going to be, but hopefully we can have fun watching this Rocket League match and crowning the next in a series. I think this is the 5th Lockett League, so this is going to be our 5th champion. We've had a few people in this tournament that were kind of vying for a 3-time champion title. I was one of them. I think Aaron was another one. Rich Newbold as well out there vying for his 3rd title. So a lot of people trying to get that coveted 3rd win, and none of them have made it to the grand final. So we're going to be seeing some new winners this time around.
Yeah, we had some new young guns coming through this year. People I'd not sort of played with before, not in the usual group sort of thing. So it's interesting to see some of the talent coming through.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like, we chose to do a 2v2 tournament this year because I was expecting no one to want to play, to be honest. I was expecting, the numbers to maybe decline a bit year on year as kind of Rocket League entered. How long has it been since Rocket League came out? Like 7 years now?
6 or 7 now, yeah. Maybe it's nearer to 7.
It's mad,
2015, wasn't it? So yeah.
Yeah, seven going on 8 years. And I thought the hype might die down a bit, so we agreed to do 2v2s, and then we got 11 teams, as you can see on stream, signed up to take part. And we're looking at the table here in the top left-hand corner, kind of shows how this tournament's run up till now. I think it was really, really interesting to see that pretty much every team managed to secure at least one win. In fact, most of them secured multiple wins, which was really pleasing, because in the past we've had runaway teams or teams that haven't quite performed, but it was super, super competitive this year.
Yeah, literally every game kind of felt like it could go either way, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, so unfortunately neither of us made it to the finals. I know we were both desperate to do so this year. I think, didn't we face off in the last Lockett League Grand Final?
Yes, yeah, you beat us. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I know I lost.
It was very close. I think it went all the way to Game 7. Did we do it in the office, or was it a remote one?
It was remote, because I think I was working from home still at the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
It would have been like after the main lockdowns, but everything was still like pretty locked down in general.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so had a pretty stacked group stage here. The top 2 teams in the group stage did end up making it all the way into that grand final. So yeah, should we talk a bit about who we're going to be seeing here in this final today?
Yeah, of course. So one that I kind of said from the start, basically one of these teams, it's hang on, let me get
the stats up, get your notes.
Yeah, go and get the stats up. It was Nomex Just Vibes and Big Jambu. I called from the start because I remember playing. We do these kind of like Fry Play Thick sessions, or used to at work on a Friday evening. I remember playing with Big Jambu, and he was always one to watch. And when I saw, obviously, we play with Johnny or Nomex Just Vibes regularly.
He's going by Johnny Pickering in game.
It's Johnny Pickering, okay.
Yeah.
So it's Johnny Pickering and Big Jambu. As soon as I saw that they were paired together, I called it in the group Discord. There's going to be a team to watch, and here they are.
Yeah, they looked really strong throughout, and in fact, these two teams, obviously being a round robin group stage, have already met before, and this did end up as a 2-0 victory in favour of Big Jambu and Johnny Pickering. But that's not to rule out Matt Cumber and Seb Barton. I think their in-game names are Numlocked and X Vibes, I think.
Yeah, X Vibe.
Oh, it might be Chop Chop Master Onion and X Vibe. So these two, they only got one less win in the group stage. They were quite comfortably second. Really, really strong showing, only losing 7 individual games, significantly less than the team in 3rd place. How did you find it when you played against Matt and Seb?
This was like one of our toughest games, I think, because I don't think I'd ever played with either of them. No idea what to expect. I kind of knew their rough ranks. I thought, it's going to just be sort of standard. And as from what I remember, they came out the gate swinging and just completely slapped us. I'm pretty sure it was a 2-0 compared to, we actually beat Jambu and Johnny in our first matchup. So that kind of actually gives an idea of how these things go. Like we beat Johnny and Jambu, and then Johnny and Jambu beat Seven Matt, and then Seven Matt beat us. So I've just used their real names instead of their in-game names.
I think we're going to keep doing that. So
Yeah, yeah,
people will hopefully manage to map the real names to the usernames as we go along in a worst case scenario.
But yeah, they were a scary team. I remember they just came out and destroyed us.
Right, we're just getting the game set up. All the players are ready and eager to get started. But it was really cool to wrap up kind of everything that's happened so far in this tournament. We're going to be using the RLCS map pool because I thought it would be funny to do so. So, according to my Google Foo, Manfield is going to be the first map.
That's a cracking map.
Yes. What I will need to do is I will need to set the team names though, so you'll have to bear with me. Manfield, yeah, it's a good one. Nice and bright. Any field that has grass and a stadium around it, I'm a sucker for, or even just grass. To be honest, I'm a big sucker for the grass stadiums.
Yeah, I feel that.
So blue team being the favourites, we're going to give it to Jamie and Johnny. I'll put it as their team names, so at least when they score, people will hopefully remember which team matches to which. And then Seb and Matt will be orange. Cool. I think everything's set up and good to go. Create the lobby, and then assuming everything goes to plan, we'll switch over to game view and get them in there. Okay, spectating. The question is, can I type in the chat while spectating? I can. Are you in, Peter?
I am, yep.
And we will move the stream on over to in-game as we get ready to watch game 1 of this best of 7 series. We could be here for a while. There we go, a countdown beginning now. And we'll see the first kickoff. Who will it go in favour of? Looks pretty strong.
In favour of blue.
Yeah, absolutely. And they get the first shot on target, but pushed away there.
A nice effort and a nice block there, although they are still going to be in some trouble here. Yeah. A goal for orange there.
Goal for already in the finals. I need to remember what I was saying earlier about the usernames. I can't remember whose username is who, so I'm going to just quickly double check. Chop Chop Master Onion is... Do you remember off the top of your head?
That is Seb.
That is Seb indeed, yeah, and Matt is Vibe.
Matt's Vibe.
Cool. Seb on the ball again, already got that first goal. Gonna get dunked by Jamie. And we see the equaliser already.
It's a cracking shot, what happened rolling down here.
Good
Yeah,
pressure.
there's not really much you can do with that. Yeah, great pressure from blue. All you can really do is push it into the corner there. Unfortunately, it's bounced back out. You probably ideally wanted that to hit the bottom and roll up the wall for him or something, slow the play down a little bit, but it's just how things go sometimes.
Yeah. Johnny getting another chance, putting it off the backboard. See if Chop Chop can get the clear. You know what I really like is that he's playing in a Merc. I do love a Merc. I think it's an underrated car.
Definitely. But didn't they give it its own hitbox again? After it had one originally way back in the day, and then they did the sort of standardization and it got given Octane. I'm sure that it went back to being its own unique hitbox.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure it's now taller than it was before and thinner, width-wise.
50-50 machine. Unfortunately, I don't think that actually increasing the amount of fuel that we're using. You still don't see it very much. That's a huge goal from Master Onion there. Yeah.
Seb slots in another goal. This replay is immensely disappointing. There we go. We finally get some on-ball action. Yeah, really nice pass as well from Matt.
Yeah, I'm liking both teams at the moment. Really playing for the possession. There's a lot of dribbling happening. Not seeing a huge amount of just booming the ball downfield for no reason, which I'm very guilty of myself. So it's pretty cool to see. Also, quite aggressive positioning from both teams as well. As they're trying to break out of their half, one of them's already sort of down the other end, ready to receive the pass.
Yeah, I mean, and being a twos tournament as well, like that can be really risky. Twos is traditionally a lot more cautious than threes. You get a lot more time on the ball, but also it's a lot easier to get caught out. That's a great demo. Can Johnny slot it? No, it's driven away.
Save. Again, catching that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Bit of a heavy touch.
Well taken away by Matt. Can he get an air dribble? Is he going to go for it? He is going to go for it.
the 50 maybe? Not quite.
Able to get the bump though on the way out. That's nice. Disrupt the defense still.
Could be another good look for blue here.
Oh no,
that's a 50.
Jamie! Really smart that. Just like he knew if he put it in the danger area and just got his body in the way, there was a chance that this could get turned into his own net, and it was.
Low risk, beautiful stuff. Johnny sat nice and far back just in case anything goes wrong with the 50.
I will say of the two players on Johnny and Jamie's side, Johnny tends to be more cautious, I think, but you do need someone like that as well from time to time.
Sure.
Especially, yeah, you don't really want to throw yourself at passes that are like a low percentage chance in twos. It's not ever worth it. Speaking of twos, we're tied up 2-2 with half the game played. See if anyone can get a foothold on this first match.
Score in the next few seconds if we can get the famous 2-2-2-2. Nah, it's already gone. Missed it.
Hopefully we get one in the finals. That'd be nice. Decent shot on net, driven away there by Matt.
Good pressure. Oh, that's a lovely pass. Getting underneath that.
And Johnny has a freebie. As always, he put it in the easiest place for his opponent to save, but it doesn't matter. He'll be just pleased that he didn't hit it into the ground. That's always Johnny's goal. Keep the ball off the ground. It's a great finish. My co-caster's dying.
So far. Just over halfway through the game, five goals. Defense maybe not been the strongest so far, but we've had some banging goals.
Yeah, for sure. Like just in general, I'm really impressed at the overall level and the number of like high-level players we have at Frontier now.
Yeah, for sure. I think I've only been in 2 of these tournaments. I remember back in the first one, which was 2 years ago, because we skipped a year. And then, I went for the team pinch. I like that. Respect that. And yeah, I remember like the kind of average level being more like Diamond Plat, and then we kind of skipped 2 years, and then like I swear the majority of people were kind of like high Diamond to Champ.
Yeah.
Like loads of people I've not played with before coming out Champ 2, Champ 1 and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to see.
No, you're absolutely right. It's kind of crazy how much people have leveled up. And on top of that, these two teams, it's been interesting to see the difference, because obviously there are teams that have one highly ranked player and one lower ranked player, and by lower I mean like still platinum or above. But these two teams are teams that had both players fairly evenly matched at the start of the tournament. Both diamonds or both high diamonds, low champ players. It seems that that's been a really effective strategy for them, having two players able to kind of carry the team together rather than one person having to overperform.
Yeah, for sure. I think we called it before the tournament started. I think we said that's probably how it's going to go down, is these evenly matched teams, because they know how to play off each other.
Good save.
And you never need someone sort of picking up the slack, because they're kind of on the same, very, very similar level. And all 4 of these players are on a very similar level to each other as well.
Yeah, and I think like Jamie and Johnny, I know for sure, have been practicing a lot together, so they should have a good idea how each other plays now and kind of what style they're going to use and how they're going to compensate for one another's play style. Yeah.
It was an interesting at the start of the kind of season, really, when trying to get used to how your new teammate plays with it. Especially for me, I know it was I'd never played with them before.
GG's. Game 1 goes in favour of Jamie and Johnny. I haven't bothered to set up an overlay, so we're just going to have to keep track in our heads of who's winning. And everyone on the stream can join along with us. Put in the chat if you can know who's winning, and I'll try and let you know. We'll get the next map set up though, which is going to be Aquadome. You really like Aquadome, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's a controversial opinion, because I've heard a few people, especially within our group, say that they don't like it. I just don't know what there is to not like it. It just reminds me of Bioshock. I love Aquadome. And like for a dark map, it's got surprisingly good visibility as well.
A lot of people in the chat. Really glad to see you all here. People seem to be happy for Johnny getting the dub. The J team, as they're being affectionately known now, the Johnny and Jamie team. Johnny and Jambu.
That's just me.
It might be you, but that's fine. We get a minute to chill and review the replays and all the goals. Hopefully everyone knows to just jump on in. I'll make sure they know by typing. And we'll get into game number 2 here on Aquadome. So it was a tense affair, that first game. Maybe a few nerves on show.
Definitely. A few uncharacteristic whiffs and misplays, but I think we'll see those iron out as things progress.
I mean, at this point, both these teams have played 12 series so far, 10 best of 3s, 2 best of 5s, and now they've got a best of 7 before them, and the title of Lockett League 2022 champion. Jambu's turned around, it was an open net!
Jambu's left that. That looked like a free goal. I wonder what was going to said there.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see from his point of view, and it doesn't matter anyway, as you said.
They kept the pressure on, that's what matters. And it was actually him that led to that play. He just circled back around, played for a solid 50. Johnny comes in and cleans up.
Yeah, Johnny being in the right place at the right time, being forward and keeping the pressure on, it was good to see.
Good win by you there.
Oh, it's an open net. Matt doesn't quite manage to slot it.
Very high. Well dealt with. Big possession here.
Good boom off the backboard. Will he get to it?
Yeah.
No! That was really good work on the right there by Seb. Getting down the field, playing it off the backboard hard, where it can't be reached.
Yeah, quite often, as I think he knew there, the better thing to do there is to just bank to the backboard rather than go for the shot, because the guy in the net's got prepared for the shot. And it's very hard to prepare for both, so they've got to be there and bang it at the backboard, let your teammate clean up. Oh, and that's a beautiful little bounce dribble on it. I could goal of that too.
Yeah, quick fire goals from Matt. Slots 2 in the space of about 20 seconds and takes him into an early lead in game number 2. Did Matt and Seb go ahead at any point in the previous game? I can't remember. It was so close for so much of it.
I'm honestly not sure. They were always sort of within a goal or so, but I don't know if they ever actually broken.
Matt is pogging indeed. I do agree with that in the chat. You could say he's goated on the sticks right now. If you want to throw it back to the work from home league. I'll never forget that commentary. That Digital Bacon, or whatever his name is, he casts like RLCS in the Asian region, right? APAC, right?
Yeah, they've sort of they were both. Well, actually, I think there ended up being 3 of them because I think some got swapped out. But they were all sort of like pro/sim professional across.
I mean, that was really cool to have them on our dinky little corporate esports league. I was quite pleased with that.
Trying to like cast that like trash game thing. They're used to like casting literal pros. That's great position.
That is great from Johnny.
Where's Jambu?
Oh. No, he's hit the post again!
That's unfortunate. He had to try and strike it left and wide around him there, but he's just getting too far around.
You have to wonder if the other side of the goal was open, like maybe he could have misdirected it. Nope. A rule 1.5 as they go up the wall, they do break apart and Jambu gets the bump.
No, he's left for the 15.
Good pressure here for the Blues though, they're staying in half for quite a while. With that being said, a little bit of an overcommit, but Johnny's back.
Nice, keep something close to him. Passing plays not quite gone how they expected, but Johnny's there. Played it safe. Jambu's back as well.
It's a good pass, but Johnny cuts it out fairly comfortably. Jambu waiting in the midfield, seeing if he can block this from Seb, and he does cut it out. But Matt's back to cover. Johnny might have a shooting opportunity. He's going to go for the double tap.
Oh, there he is. That's the
Please!
Oh, he's so close.
Oh no! Jambu didn't quite read that he needed to be back, and they're going to concede as a result. Jambu went up for it as well, I think. It sounded like he's in the net. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. For those who don't know, Johnny also goes by Nomex Just Vibes, and I think we've just seen why.
We've seen.
I'm kidding. I've seen this guy score double taps. He plays in mechanics down a lot. I've seen it. Good ones to do.
There's still 1:30 left in this game, and with that fake, which was absolutely disgusting, they're going to close it to a 1-goal game. I want to watch this again. Look at this. Bye.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya. And just like that, they're back in it. Plenty of time to take this to OT, or even get a winner before regulation ends.
Aggressive position.
It's a good effort, but driven away by Matt. Very smart. And Seb to clear as well. If they get another goal here, it's going to be very hard for the Blues to come back. Slight double commit though.
That's a big demo. This could be huge for Orange. Secure another goal now. It's going to be very hard to come back to Blue.
Let's keeping it down this end of the field. That should be a goal.
Another one.
Looked like Jambu getting a bit desperate there to get on the attack. Pushed forward a bit and leaves the net wide open for the counter.
Does happen though. Sometimes you just got to throw every man at the play when you're a goal or two down this far into the game. You got to make something happen.
Did they do
lucky 50 or pass?
Yeah, especially when you've been trapped in your own half for as long as they had been, it can get frustrating and you can just go for it. Johnny doesn't get the tight angle. That's really unlucky. Drops the whoops in the chat. Well, they have another chance. Don't miss this open net. He doesn't miss those. There we go.
Take its time with that one, hopefully.
Well, that's smart. It's smart play. Like, often you have a lot more time than you think in Rocket League, and sometimes slowing down and doing the simple thing is what you got to do.
Although it has to be said, the trash musty could have come out there.
Maybe when they're up in game 5, 4-1, looking for the 4-1 victory, and maybe then we'll see a trash musty from Johnny.
Oh, and that's a great 50 in, just like that.
And just like we said, plenty of time left to come back, and they've managed to do it. Great 50, as you said.
Out 50 the Merc.
That doesn't happen very often. You're a big boy. Or tried to chip it over him, but did get dunked in the end. Bringing it back to the corner. Desperate for OT here, the Blues. They don't want to throw away all this hard work that they've done to get back to 4-4.
Oh, that's a great play.
Go on. Just pushed it wide, but it's still up.
It's still up. A little bit of boost to work with. Can't actually see how much Seb's got.
Oh, unlucky. Good effort. And we head into our first OT in Game 2. Series currently 1-over in the favour of Johnny and Jambu in the blue. Oh, he's going for another one. Good pass though.
Great
and it's
pass.
in.
Oh, and that's a great save. Oh, that's almost squeezed its way in.
What a ridiculous save from Seb. Matt now has an opportunity. He's 1v1. He's just got to beat Jamie. Good challenge. Good bump. Unless Doomsy.
Oh.
Nearly made Harry proud.
Nice. I don't really know how that touch has worked out for Jambi there. I just thought he was banging in his own net. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's another passing play for the Orange team. Those have been working really well off the backboard. Second or third time we've seen them do that infield passing. And Jamie looks like he caught the lip a bit on the way into goal as well, so was perhaps a bit unsettled. And the series is tied 1-1. What are your thoughts so far? It's close. I'm glad it isn't a sweep.
Really close, yeah, same. And high scoring as well, so we get to lots of goals, which at the end of the day, is what we're all really here for.
Yeah, true. We've seen a lot of goals. We've seen like nearly 15 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, I can't remember what the scores in the first one. Was it 4-3 or 3-2 or something? And then 5-4 in the second.
Yeah.
If it keeps trending up.
By the end, we'll be seeing like 20 goals in a game, yeah. It's going to be absolutely nuts. Thank you everyone in the chat keeping score for me. That does help. I invariably will forget at some point.
It's alright, I've got a little tally going on my side as well. I'm trying to keeping it old school.
As I did warn at the beginning, this is the most scuffed possible stream. But we'll get there. Big booming clear from Jamie. Could go all the way. But Seb's back to deal with it calmly. And then double
Bit of a
commit.
double commit on the defense there, but well done.
Johnny getting in the way.
Forward the whiff there. Over the dunk.
Matt dealt with it well. He's got a chance to go to the sky again. We've seen him come off the wall once before, but he's opted to do a little bounce this time. And it's in!
Great pass, another passing play. These are really working out.
Seems to be the go-to play at the moment. Matt pops one up into the middle and Seb's there to slam it home with that merc, a big chunky merc.
Caught that perfectly on the half volley as it was landing. Pop up.
Oh, that looks dangerous.
Oh,
what a save!
just about.
Absolute madness. The boost steal as well, very nice. Let's see if he can get a pass into the centre. Big 50 away.
Or could be, so he's not even worried.
Shame he was
Actually,
up quick.
If he manages to pop it up instead of catching, he's always up to follow it, which is speed.
Backboard it. Nice, around the man. In the net.
Lucky accuracy just not quite there.
Johnny getting aggressive. Multiple pushes in a row.
Straight
He's
pass
kept
again.
the ball in the orange half.
Double
Double
on his
up.
own. Oh. Nearly. Johnny's got to be careful in it.
Had it under control.
Yeah.
Watched it all the way.
Wasn't even worried.
We see another passing opportunity here. This time it's Matt up, and he does slot it. Nice and easy. Made that look trivial, the read off the backboard here.
That's tricky there with no one on blue and the backflip coming out from Jambu. I didn't see that on the first watch.
That one's gonna sting, yeah. Is that... What car is Jambu driving? Is it like a Mudcat GXT or something?
I mean, that sounds like a good shout, but I honestly have no idea. There's a lot of cars in this game. I just
There are... I think... I can't... This is probably from 2018. There was like 120 cars, so God knows how many cars there are now.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way, up until this season, I've got the Rocket Pass like every season for as long as I can remember, and I couldn't tell you what most of the cars are. Just get them, and then I just keep using the Octane. Oh, that's
Just for...
Oh no!
I was just about to say that was a beautiful bumping play from the Blues, and then he's made the save. That's got a sting. They got another chance to counter now, though.
It's always a
grabs
bit of
the
a
boost.
risk when you go for one of those plays, where you go for a bumping play, because you are actually putting yourself in the place of whoever you're bumping, so it's something you need to watch out for. Make your bumps and then get out of the way as soon as you can. Also, a little bit on the person shooting to take their time and try not to slap it at their own teammate as well is another thing. Because what's good about those bump plays is that you can actually take the time a little bit more with them. You don't have to just hit it sort of first hit. You can take your time and see how the play develops, which is something I always forget to do with my teammates.
Bumping itself is an art, but it's also, you know, your team have to play around it. It's not just something you can just decide to do. And it seemed like that was a really good coordinated move there from the Blues. They're just super unlucky at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an unfortunate clear from Matt. We'll see if Blues can capitalise on it. Johnny is in position, but doesn't quite make contact. Just over a minute left, 2-goal deficit. We saw that is by no means an insurmountable lead to kind of get ahead of, because they did it last game, and to draw it back up 4-4. Just need that one goal to give them some belief.
Risks here. I was surprised by that. You know, I think he should have been getting back there, and he just kind of sent himself with it. He was going for a redirect. It's a great pass.
Oh, just cut out by the keeper. Really good positioning from Matt.
It's one of those plays where you have to keep, obviously we can't hear what their comms are like, but you've got to keep comms open there, because you could be going for the bump, you could be there to receive the pass. Again, I'm terrible at reading which one my teammates are trying to do unless they tell me very clearly, so and you've got to hope that they're keeping the comms open.
Yeah, absolutely. Comms super important in this kind of scenario. They are running out of time, 20 seconds left. It's going to be really hard for them to mount a comeback here. They need to get a goal pretty much on the next drive and then score from kickoff to take it to OT.
A little bump might help.
It does help get down pitch a little bit quicker. Oh, the 50 wasn't quite enough though.
Gonna be game.
That is going to be game 3, match win number 2 in favour of the Oranges, Matt and Seb.
Cool to see that they've come back here. They didn't let that first loss get to them. They've come out strong for the following 2 games. And that one, I would say, was a little bit less close. We didn't see Jamie and Johnny have too many good looks in that one compared to the other games. And also much lower scoring.
That's the thing I was thinking. Much lower scoring. We didn't see the exponential increase in goals that we've been seeing before. But, and a big but is, what is the mental like going to be for Jamie and Johnny? They went 1-0 up in this series. They've now lost 2 on the trot. If you lose another one here, it becomes hard to get back into the series.
Definitely does. This is a time where if we had timeouts, this is when you'd be calling it if you were Jamie and Johnny.
Absolutely.
Someone's not going for kickoff.
Jamie is AFK. Are we going to have a restart? We might have to re-lobby.
Yeah. It's probably the
see if I
safest thing
can
to do.
type. We'll get everyone out of this game. We'll get back into another one as quick as we can.
This is the authentic RCS experience.
Yeah, I don't have admin rights though, so I can't pause and reset the score. So we're just going to remake the entire lobby because that's how I roll. Utopia Coliseum, Bosh. Hopefully, people wait to. No, I don't want to leave the match. Let's join. Okay, everyone is here. Go. And we'll be on our way with game number 4 in just a sec. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Is everybody moving?
Blue, yeah, I think so.
Wonderful clear off the backboard. Could go all the way. But dealt with by Jamie.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of these kickoffs are going in favour of blue, but obviously the overall scoreline isn't, so they've been keeping possession on kickoff, but not quite been able to capitalise on it.
That's absolutely right,
See
yeah.
if they managed to get on top of that.
Yeah, they can start working in a few kickoff goals, a few set plays maybe off kickoff, capitalising on that possession. That could be enough to swing the matches in their favour, because none of the matches have been separated by more than 2 goals, so
yeah,
still a really tight series. Chambu dealing with that well, he was quite awkward there.
Lots of pressure from Orange here. It's not the clear he wanted.
Ooh!
Either.
Yeah, Blue's lucked out there, that shot not being on target. Could have been the first goal quite easily.
Well done by Johnny there. I was worried that there was no one on the backboard, but Johnny was onto it.
Nice demo, going to leave it for his teammate. Hopefully they've both got a lot of boost. Matt does get round 1. Going to put it into the centre, see if these passing plays work again, but no, denied with the demo.
Yeah, keeping possession again. I'm really liking these pass backs rather than just booming it away or trying to.
Oh no!
Oh, what's happened here?
A mechanical mistake near the corner. Just backflipped but didn't hit the ball. That leaves the open net.
Seb was banking on that hit as well because he was on his way back to net, and then as he saw him backflip for it, he turned back around to receive the ball, and then the hit never came. So. But the mistake on from both of them, they need to be playing it a little bit safer than that, I think.
Oh no! Oh. The bumps nearly slammed it in his own net. Thankfully, his mates picked it out.
I dealt with it. Nice hold on the top of the corner. Aggressive plays coming out there. Aggressive positioning from Orange.
Oh, they both got up for it as well, but the 50 was good enough that that's not going to matter. They're not going to get counted on here. Good shot. Johnny should have though. So brings it away.
Again. 5% all over the passes.
Not a lot of boost here to work with blue, but they are in the orange half. Johnny's got 100. Going to come in. Big 50.
And
Bump
a
on
good
the
bump
keeper.
too. Oh, Johnny's on there. It's another thing in twos. You're quite often playing very cautiously, and even if the bump's coming, you might not notice it in time, and you're not there because you're expecting a 50. You're expecting like get pinged down to your end. You want to be there to take possession. You don't want them to get a breakaway goal, and sometimes you just don't notice in time that someone's making a bumping play.
Well, another good chance here for Blues. Orange is a bit out of position, no one quite covering the goal. But Seb manages to boom it away, and they've kept possession. Can he get the dribble? Over one. Flick it over two? Not quite.
How did your games go against these guys? Starting with Jamie and Johnny.
Jamie and Johnny definitely beat us. Remember it being a pretty tough game, but they did well.
And you had them in the semis as well, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. I can't remember if the semis was the one where I was really heckin' ill. I think it might have been the one when I had flu.
I think you're right, yeah, because I remember
so
Johnny was speaking about it recently.
He was, yeah. So they beat us 3-1 in the semis. We did manage to get a game off them, which restored my honour a tiny bit. But it was super tough, and I think they did batter us in the latter two games of that series. Oh, Jambu with the double
so
top
unlucky.
attempt.
What a read though. That was very close. I thought it was in.
I think if this game goes 3-0, it's well out the reach of the Oranges here. But, you know, a minute left, 2 goals, it's still very doable in twos.
Just as I was thinking Orange had taken matters into their own hand in this one, Blue are responding very well. We've seen pretty much only pressure from Blue in this game, sustained pressure as well. And we have seen a few decent looks from Orange, but it's nice. Defensive play by Boyd there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The pressure's been on point, and Orange haven't really got any of the passing players that have been working for them so well off in this game yet.
Sure.
The mid-boost miss is going to really set them back on this play. Running low on time now. That demo is big though.
The demo.
Passing play.
Takes control.
I feel like he needed to hit that first time, unfortunately, given how long they've got left. And with that demo, it's looking like a fairly comfortable Game 4 victory for the Blues. We could see this series being tied at 2-2. Getting increasingly likely we could go to Champions Field. It's what we all want, really, isn't it? Oh. Well, they didn't quite get the one. No, they didn't get the one for the road, did they? But it was a good effort. Well, let's go Blue in the chat from Downby. Series tied 2-2 now. As we go on to map number 5. It's going to be Wasteland.
Great map.
I still hate Wasteland.
Really? I really like it. Whenever I think of Wasteland, I just think of that G goal. I can't remember what season it was, but it's the one where he gets bumped up to the ceiling, jumps off the ceiling, and gets the read in the double.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
I just am traumatized by old, curvy Wasteland and being a gold player that couldn't play. What did they rename it to?
I can't remember.
A lot of Blue team loving the chat right now. Good to see some support for Johnny and Jamie.
Home crowd advantage. That's a banger. Oh, what a save!
I don't know who this offer is for, but someone's offering to take someone to Toys R Us if they win. So make sure you make it on that.
Right misplay there, but I like the idea from Jambu.
A lot of action again in the orange half in the early stages of this match. Blues seem to be carrying on from where they left off. This is dangerous. Not a lot of boost to work with.
Tricky. Well dealt with there.
They've actually got a counter opportunity. Oh, Jambu, get closer to that, mate. There's a shooting chance there.
Yeah, a little bit hesitant.
He had the cover from Johnny. There was probably a good reason to go.
Yeah, for sure. One of those things when you feel like you're playing well and feel like you could have a win in the bag, but then you start to play a little bit too safe, and you stop taking those risks that maybe is what got you some goals in there. some of the earlier games.
For sure.
Not that I think that play there was particularly risky. As you say, Johnny had it well covered.
But it's what you said though, it's confidence, right? Like, if you have lost confidence for whatever reason, because of like the previous game, or because of something that happened earlier on in this game, it's going to change the way you play, and like a 50 that normally you'd believe you could get, you'd no longer believe, and then you won't go, and then actually you had a chance to get an early goal.
Give me a tough angle. Tries to play off the backboard. Perhaps not quite there in time.
This is the longest we've managed to stay 0-0, 2 minutes into
Sure.
game number 5.
Actually, a big play. Next though.
Next toggled, we've got to watch out these players aren't cheating. Have they patched in the new report cheater button yet?
I don't know actually, because I haven't seen an update, but I'm sure that they said. I don't know if they said they'd added it or anything. I don't know.
Or that
They've already banned. They've already banned a lot of the cheaters. I think, so.
I wish there was a way to look up if the one that we played against was banned.
Yeah. I guess is there a way to check?
Oh my days!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was a really good look there for Jamie. Great pass from Johnny. And actually on the return, another pass, but it was a bit too deep for Seb to get hold of.
Cheeky double.
Johnny doesn't quite make contact.
It's a tight angle. I'm gonna hit it with the tiniest little corner of your car there. Sometimes you just end up missing.
Oh no, he's committed on that! Oh, he's put it in his own net as well!
I think he got
bumped.
he
got
got
bumped
bumped
into it.
back into it.
I think this shot was wide, and Johnny might have put it in.
So unfortunate.
An absolute calamity at the back means that with 2 minutes to go, Orange have a lead in this game and potentially this series. It's been a super cagey match. It feels like they kind of sussed each other out a bit more now, whereas before it was just like every single chance went in. Now
Yeah,
everyone's settled back into a more defensive posture.
definitely. A lot of those passing plays that were coming out from Orange just not possible anymore.
Nope.
The way Blue are defending.
Dangerous
Very
15. Jamie likes to push up. I've noticed that when Johnny's dribbling on the side, Jamie likes to get in midfield for the pass, but it does leave them open at the back from time to time. They haven't been punished yet. Ooh, double commit, and that's going to slot right in.
Backflip. That's a bad fit. Feels bad fit now.
Yeah. I think Matt just didn't see Seb coming around, unfortunately, when he was on the backboard. They both decided to go.
Right, another kick off in favour of Blue. Oh, Johnny's not quite there to receive it. Big challenge.
Not the best touch, but will he get back? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's going to sting. Orange had the lead. They've let it slip, but there's still a minute left.
It's a great first touch by Jambu there, and then had the speed to follow it up as well.
Really nice. Speaking of really nice, I'm enjoying Matt's car design. Titanium white octane, nice shady yellow.
Yeah, this is nothing too fancy. Be a good look for Orange. Jambu covers it well. Not that any
It's
boost work with here, but they don't know that.
Indeed. It's worth mentioning that it would be fair to say that Jamie and Johnny are probably the favourites in this series, as Jamie and Johnny slots a lovely shot.
Yeah, what was that? No mechs, no vibes.
Bosh. Off the crossbar. Crossbar down, doesn't bounce. That's as good as they get, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think I would probably. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just because my experience playing with them. I've played with them both a fair bit. I know that they're both really strong players, whereas I just had the one best of 3 series against the other team. So it could really just be my lack of experience playing against them. But I would probably say that Matt and Johnny were the favourites.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great player.
Orange is getting a bit desperate here. Oh no.
We won't talk about it.
Yeah, the less said about that play, the better for both sides. But it looks like it doesn't matter anyway. Jamie and Johnny going to go up 3-2 in this series. Orange have got to pull one back if they want to take us to Champions Field. But we've now got match point for Jamie and Johnny in Lockett League 2022.
It's getting really exciting. I really hope that we make it. I want to see the best of 7.
I want to see
That's
it.
how you want every series to go, really.
You want it to go to Champions Field, don't you? I've gone the wrong way for Neo Tokyo. So we're going to be scrolling for quite a while. Seriously, where is it? I wish this list was alphabetical. Okay, we found it. We're not on the comic version because I don't fancy that.
That'd be a disaster.
Here we go, Game 6.
It's taking so much restraint not to just hit auto as soon as we get into this. We do so many of these private matches and I have to really focus on hitting spectate and not accidentally joining one of the teams and ruining everything.
See Aaron in the chat. Hi Aaron, how you doing? I saw Luke in the chat earlier as well. Hope you're still here. There's some other names as well that have been here the whole time. Thank you for joining, and I'm sorry if I don't know your usernames. I might know you in real life, but it's great to have you here watching this final with us.
Big clear.
Luke is still here. Brilliant stuff. Well, off the backboard. Johnny had a sniff, but didn't quite slot it.
We left in the 2v1, although I think Johnny's going to have enough time to get back.
Oh, it's a shooting chance. Oh, millimetres wide. And play slowing down a bit here.
There's some nerves from Orange, maybe. Much point. It's always a tricky one.
I think. Oh no! I was just about to say.
How can you not be nervous?
I was just about to say. I think if Orange get the first goal in this game, maybe those nerves will disappear. And then Blue had other ideas. Jamie smashes it in off the bar. Another bar down. Another no bounce. Another beautiful shot.
You couldn't let Johnny have all the glory with that last shot. He had to go and one-up him.
Absolutely. Good chance though. Dealt with by Jamie initially. Gets the boost.
Risky.
Big double commit.
Yeah, it's true.
They won the 50, so it wasn't too bad in the end.
Jamie's up.
He was up quick. That was smart.
More confident maybe after that shot.
Yeah, definitely looks like he's got the confidence to go for that. Knew he could beat out his opponent if he went quick. And again, another beat.
That's all it takes sometimes. If your confidence is feeling a bit shaken and you're not feeling too good, all it can take. I always think if I'm playing terribly, all I need to do is if I can land like a nice double or something, and I know I'll just play well for the rest of the session.
Huge 50 from Johnny. That's going to be the 2.
Oh,
he's gone for the trash musty! I don't even care that you didn't hit it. This is exactly what I said. I said if they're up in game 5 for the 4-1 victory. Well, they're going for the 4-2 victory in game 6, and he's gone for the trash musty. Couldn't be any happier right now, unless we go to Champions Field in the end anyway. We're gonna need some better passing plays here from Matt and Seb, like they were doing earlier on.
Sure. It's just getting tougher and tougher for those to keep working as Blue get more and more of a read on them. And that's a huge 50.
Johnny wants it. You can tell he wants it.
He just wants it more.
He just wants it more.
That's
the hunger.
Still lots of time to play with though. If Orange
more than half the game.
Orange just need to not let this get in their heads, basically. That's going to be the game plan here. If they can get another quick goal, maybe here off kickoff, then there's always a chance in Rocket League, nearly always. Yeah, there's been some pretty crazy comebacks.
They sure have. I mean, evening game, was it game 1 or game 2 that they were down by 2, got one back, then down by 2 again with a minute left, managed to score 2 to take us to OT. I think they did lose in the end in that OT, the Blues, but shows it can be done. 3 goals in 2 minutes is not out of the realm of possibility here.
Blue are just all over them in defense now. Every time there was a lot of those sort of Viper's popping it up for himself and he was quickly following up. But now Johnny, every time it goes up, Johnny's already there. He pre-jumped a year ago.
Oh my god, Johnny! Oh, you animal! And they're not overcommitting anymore. They're playing it really smart now. They got the lead. They know they don't need to keep pushing, especially when they can keep getting pickups like that from deep inside their own half.
Another double there on the clear. Unfortunate. Maybe communication lacking. Maybe just confidence, lost faith in the team maybe. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a big one now if they're going to get back in this. This could be a chance.
Good start.
And it is. Now if they do that again 3 more times in a row, they'll be back in the game. No, they've still got quite a bit of time. Minute 40.
Sure. Yeah, very doable.
Especially if they get that all-important next goal.
They will. Touch wood.
Oh, Johnny wanted another one, but he doesn't get it on target this time. See Seb going up the backboard, going to collect this ball and see if he can dribble it.
Slightly heavier touch than he was hoping for there. Johnny with another banger. He's hitting the ball hard. That's another really good sign that someone's feeling confident when they're playing. It's every hit is just an absolute slapper.
Oh, it's
Doesn't
a big
matter that
bump.
they're going wide.
Oh no, he hasn't got a hold of it. Johnny!
Oh, no, it's gonna be a
Johnny,
goal.
no! Oh,
No!
that is not what you wanted there. That's a huge chance. Getting it to within 2 goals in 1 minute. That's the exact same deficit that the Blues came back in game 2. It was totally doable. Such a shame.
Looking less and less likely now. What's Five going to do with this? Is he going to go for the
Big
pass?
dribble.
And he trips up. Oh, maybe that was one of those moments where if he just slotted it left over to Onion. Maybe a chance.
And that is gonna be a goal. It's 5-1. The Brazil's on. Johnny and Jamie have no mercy in game 6 and are looking like our eventual champions this year.
I mean, is this doable? 4 goals, 3 seconds? I mean, with a lot of kickoff goals, it's certainly possible.
It's not impossible, but I'm not going to say it is possible.
Yeah. Oh, they're all over them.
They want the
pressure
Brazil.
is too
It's
strong.
coming. It's coming.
The script. I was going to say, surely the script will take us to Game 7, but I must have been reading the old script. The revised script is the Brazil in Game 6.
Yeah, the Game 6 Brazil is in the stars now. We got 22 seconds. Are they going to bring it home in style? Or are they going to save some honour? They are! There's a goal!
I jinxed them. What was I doing?
Even when Johnny wins, he loses. There's no way they can stop that one going in. What a banger off the kickoff. 4 more of those, please.
Imagine.
If that happens, I'm like throwing my headset out the window and just like you'll be watching a live stream of the floor, like the. We won't even get to see Game 7. I'll be losing my mind. Oh.
Imagine the pinch there.
Yeah, if that just gone arrowing in, that would have been pretty nuts. But that looks like it. It's going to be time. Jamie and Johnny are our winners. It almost seemed inevitable after the group stage. Topped the groups, smashed through the semis, and dominated the finals in a 4-2 victory to become the champions of the 2022 Lockett League.
Crazy stuff. Really well played by both teams, I think, here. I think, like, it was only really in those last 2 games that we saw Blue maybe start to run away with it a little bit. Like, up until then, it was kind of felt like anyone's game. Maybe it was just their nerves that got to Seb and Matt.
Just congratulating the players and seeing if they want to come in and join for a post-match interview. Looks like Johnny's down. I don't know if I do have Jambu on Discord. Let's get them in this call and let's see what their thoughts were after that epic grand final. And Jambu. I'm going to create a new group call and then we'll get on with the way. Thank you everyone in the chat who tuned in and watched. It was a pleasure to have you here. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the games. I hope Johnny gets to cash in his trip to Toys R Us. Chengy in the chat, you owe him one. Is Chengy your actual dad, or is he just calling you son? I'm assuming he's talking to you, Johnny. I can't imagine who else he'd be talking to.
Yeah, Chengy's my dad.
He's your actual dad. You're going to Toys R Us. How do you feel? Who cares that you won Lockett League?
I'm ecstatic. I will make sure to throw a tantrum when he doesn't buy me the 6th item that I want.
What is it that you're hoping for from Toys R Us?
I want a titanium white fennec.
I don't know if they sell those in Toys R Us.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
But no, on a more serious note, you guys played really well this whole tournament. You topped the group. You smashed it against us in the semi-finals, and got a bit nervy sometimes. The series went tied 2-2. Maybe they got more games than I thought they would, but we did have you pegged as the favourite for this match. Going in, were you confident? You've been practicing a lot.
Yeah, I think we were pretty confident, but yeah, I think the first 2 games especially, it was quite scary actually, especially for Vibe. He really was like quite crazy, a lot more crazy than we thought he would be anyways.
Yeah, we really saw some quite lethal passing plays coming out from those guys in the earlier games. But something I just want to touch on is you guys seem to... is that something that you noticed and that you clocked? Because we started to see that less and less as the series progressed. And in those last 2 games as you took over, we weren't even... I don't think we were even seeing Orange try by that point. It almost felt like the passing plays, they knew it wasn't going to happen because you guys were just cutting them out too quickly. Was that something, a conscious decision?
John?
Yeah. I think it's more like subconscious than anything. We're just trying to not make mistakes of ourselves.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not something we actively spoke about. It was more just like sort of narrowing down on comms and whatever, like being sure we know who's going and when.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bit on our side anyway, and I think, was it game 3 where we were just not communicating at all and played pretty horribly. And then like, I think it was the game where one of them didn't connect. We were talking then about like trying to just be quicker to the ball and not hesitate. So maybe that speaks to what you were saying.
That was super evident in game 6. Sorry, after the winning game 5, it seemed like you guys, and you hit a nice shot early on in game 6. It felt like you just had that confidence back because you were challenging stuff quickly and assertively, both of you, and getting, as Peter said during the commentary, like getting strong hits on the ball. That's a sign that you must have good confidence in that game.
Yeah, a couple of whiffs still, but yeah, we were definitely more confident. Resolve was there.
The nerves, man. The absolute nerves of it.
I got one more question before we talk maybe a bit more about your nerves. In game 2, I seem to remember, well, in the early on in the series there were just so many goals, and that kind of slowed down as we got later on in the series as people seemed to kind of figure each other out, and as you said, you tried to concentrate on maybe making mistakes less more than scoring. But in game 2 in particular, you were down 2 goals with about a minute and a half left. You got it within 1 goal, then you let in another goal and there was only a minute left, and you managed to draw it up 2-2, but then lose in overtime. Were you feeling a bit shaken at that point?
I certainly was. I mean, Johnny and I's strategy was to lose game 1, and then
you failed at that, so good job.
and then clean sweep. So yeah, we lost game 2. So it was a bit scary, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, losing game 2 and game 3
out the window.
We won game 1. Yeah, we definitely. Yeah.
Fell at the first hurdle.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations again. I'll have to sort out what your prizes are going to be. You're definitely getting a pack of hobnobs, so congrats on that. As to what the rest of the prize will be, we'll figure it out in the coming weeks, but I'll at least be able to drop it off in the office. Do you come into the office, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm quite close, but I want a trip to Toys R Us.
Don't we all?
Right. Dad, if you're still watching, you're taking us all.
Let's go.
Let's go, indeed. Any final words from you guys?
Big up Danny. That's
Big up.
Big up. Yeah, who's Danny? Big up Danny, sure.
We had a lot of people in the chat cheering both sides. It was really cool to see. As we kept on calling you Team Blue because we didn't have an actual better name to call you by, I think BLOO kind of became the catchphrase for when people wanted you to win. Just people chanting blue, blue, blue. So Apologies if you're not a Chelsea's fan.
That's all right.
But yeah, GG's, well played. You really earned it in the tournament. Really solid play throughout, and it was great to watch that and cast it. We had a really good time.
Yeah, thanks
Cool,
for setting it all up.
Yeah, thanks for organising.
No problem.
Awesome.
Well, with that, I want to thank my co-caster Peter for joining me and going through the trials and tribulations of attempting to commentate Rocket League with literally zero preparation or experience.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast.
Awesome. And thank you again for everyone who's watching in the chat. Visa debit card, you're the best. I don't know who that is. It's called Visa, it's called Visa Debit. So
That's my son.
your son. Your dad and your son are in the chat. I can't
I'm
believe
blessed
it.
with multiple family members who just want to watch me succeed or burn.
Absolutely. But we're going to wrap up the stream there. Yeah, thank you also to everyone who took part in Lockett League this year and through all the difficulties with external players and all other things that went on. Really appreciate everyone taking part, and I look forward to doing this all again next year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you around. Bye-bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye.